Hey, what's up everyone? I hope you're all having a wonderful day or night, but for now, let's get into the video.
Most men only care about how you look and how you make them feel. I'm just gonna be so honest with you, dude. I used to be a lot less attractive and a little bit fat, okay? A bit of a fatty. And the way that I get treated then and the way that I get treated now is completely different. I know you all want to be attractive and you all want to lose weight and whatever, but when I tell you that you have like an existential crisis where you just kind of realize these men don't care about what I'm saying at all. The way that I treat these men now, I'm so mean to them. They fall in love with me immediately, and I haven't even said anything, right? And I play a game where I'm like, how long can I not say anything of value and just kind of like stare at the wall and blink my eyes, and have them profess their love to me? And because usually I don't really like them, I don't really respond. When I'm with them, I'm just a bit of a dick. I'm elusive. I'm sorry. I'm sometimes even insulting. Okay.
You're also easy and they're getting it for free and with minimum effort. So yeah, they're gonna put up with it for a while. But professing their love to you immediately, yeah, you are completely delusional. Where are they all now? Where is any of them? Oh right, you didn't like them in the first place and you are being a dick to them. Isn't it funny how there's always a dumb excuse for sleeping with a bunch of guys who in your own words you don't even like? For how long they'll just sit there and let you blink your eyes and say nothing of value? You mean something like this until they get bored and they'll move on to the next one.
Part three of dating in New York City versus London, and I have a feeling that this is going to be the most triggering one for the men. So if you're sensitive, just keep it going. This is for the girls. So, money. And again, this just depends what you're looking for in a partner, what you care about in a partner. Some people don't care about it, some people do. Personally, for me, I'm more interested in like the full package, and money is pretty much the first thing I'm willing to give away versus how I'm treated and being like attracted to my partner. But I know for the girlies, there's definitely some women who prioritize it probably more. And I just have to say New York City wins 100%. Making money in the UK is very difficult. There are people who have family money and there are people who own businesses. So you can meet men who either come from money or have money. It's just not as common. Like making even close to 100,000 pounds a year is abnormal. It's not something you would expect. And in New York, I feel like that's literally the bare minimum of surviving in the city by yourself is to at least have 100,000 a year. It's very normal for people to get paid that. And for men, especially if you're like looking at finance guys, it's very normal for them to make 400K plus like up to millions a year. So obviously New York City, they're going to make more money. If that's a priority for you, then that's something that you should look at.
Absolutely. And then what? What are your followers going to do? Pack their bags and move to New York? Was that what you were saying? Or was it more like, oh no, you're gonna have to marry someone who's not making 100,000 a year? Oh, the poor British women, whatever are they going to do now? Seriously, who listens to these lunatics? I haven't been to London or New York, but could there ever be a chance for the economy to be different in between those two places? Maybe for a British guy making 50,000 pounds a year would actually bring him a decent life? That's at least what I think, but then again, I'm not British and I can't know for sure, so if you are British, please let me know.
I have this eternal struggle where it's like, I want my husband to be the provider, make all the money, pay all the bills, do the adulting things, fix everything around the house, take care of my car, take the trash out, make all the plans, handle our finances. So basically do everything while I just lie around and like only do things when I feel like doing them. But like, I'm not talking about traditional gender roles because I'm not cooking, I'm not cleaning, I'm not doing his laundry. I also don't like to be told what to do. I can make my own decisions and I like making my own money. Can somebody help?
The only psychiatrist in the entire world that can in fact help you hasn't been born yet.
I have a question for men. I feel like men have given up on dating. Like, they're not even trying anymore. Why do you think that's the case? Let me know in the comments.
Oh, that's a tough one. Well, with you being the queen that you are who also desires the princess treatment. Wait, what? I mean, nah, we'll go with queen. A coffee date will be beneath you and you're gonna expect dinner. And that's gonna be like, what, $100 to say the least? And sure, I could do all that. Or I could go on your special account and see everything I want to see and more for $4.99 a month. Oh yeah, that's weird. Why won't men want to date you?
Okay, applications are now open. If anyone wants to date me, minimum requirements, must have savings, willing to spend, knows the rules, understands, gets the gist, then drop me a DM.
Must have money, of course. Whenever you listen to the crazy old ladies on TikTok, they keep saying that women are forced to marry because they didn't have money and men had money. But whenever you listen to the strong and independent ones on TikTok, they want a man to have money. So nothing changed, I guess.
Right, let me ask you a question. Would you know, just looking at me, like if you was gonna try and date me, that this type of girl is expensive? What do you think?
Oh, it was a joke. Well, that's good because I was also laughing.
I think everyone's just in absolute shock that some girls have got expectations. And I wouldn't necessarily say that, you know, being with someone that it's necessarily all about the money. But yeah, I've built up this certain lifestyle myself and I want to obtain it, of which I'm able to do. So if anyone's going to come into my life, they need to have wealth or a pension or, yeah, savings, you know, and if not, then I'm going to go do me and make the bank. Like, so yeah, if you've got a bit of spare cash.
Now it's another coincidence she mentioned cash, because where are you gonna swipe your credit card when the two of you meet? But yeah, people were shocked that a girl has expectations. What expectations are those for you to have money? Why she expects that? Because she's strong and independent and she wants money. If you don't have money, she's gonna make her own money. How is she gonna make her own money? Well, also the advantage of taking cash is you're not gonna pay taxes. So that's a double win. But how else is she gonna make bank? Well, that's the $1,000,000 question, isn't it? Because even though, yes, she does have a special account, well, paid for free. So doesn't it make more sense now why she said cash?
Let's figure out what kind of movie your brain is playing. I want you to picture that you are sitting at a stoplight in a car. In front of you, you see 4 black limos go by. When you watch the limos pass you, do you think, whose wedding is this? Who's having this amazing wedding? Or do you think, whose funeral is that? Who is being buried today? One of those thoughts point to beginnings, while the other one points to endings. It's the same scene, but a totally different story is playing out in your head. Your brain will fill in the blanks depending on your emotional state and your beliefs. It's not actually about the limos, it's about the lens that you see the world through. If you think wedding, you might be surprised that a lot of people think funeral. And if you think funeral, you might be surprised that a lot of people think wedding. Notice which lens you are seeing the world through today.
Neither one of those I'll most likely think, hurry the hell up, I got things to do. Because just like in most cases, there's never going to be only two answers. A lot of people will think different than you. And that, by the way, is a good thing.
Jackson just said he'd slap me for $1 billion.
Okay. I would.
That's really, really sad.
Oh, I know, right? $1 billion with a B? I will slap you and your mama. Nah, not your mother. I'll probably slap her for free. But I'll slap you and I'll dig out your grandmama and I'll slap her. $1 billion with a B? Stop acting like it's sad. It's not. You're only acting up because you asked that question. If he asked you the same question, you would have also said yes.
Story time. Story time. Now, gang, I've always vowed to myself, if I was to ever make a TikTok, this would be the first story that I would indulge you guys in, because this is a cracker. And I swear to God, this is all verbatim true on my mum's life. I swear to God. So
far so good, except this is not her first TikTok. We'll get to that one in a second. But anyway, she went on a date, the guy brought her a gift. She was thinking something expensive, as one does. Something like a necklace or a ring or a bracelet. But of course it was none of that, and of course it was no problem, cause yeah, let's just watch her first TikTok.
girls, right, girls, listen up. Boys, click off, because you're going to get your feels. And I totally understand, because I could never ever be a boy. I don't know how you do it. It's very unfair. But anyway, Miami cannot freaking recommend enough. So you get here, you're just walking along, and then people stop you and they're like, where are you going tonight? And I'm like, oh, you know, we're invited to like a dinner party here. And they're like, well, we've got a dinner party as well. They're like, but if you want to go to that one, go to that one. And then afterwards, join us in the club. It's free VIP entry, free tables, free drinks all night. That's it. It's as simple as that. And I'm like, oh, I've got 2 friends joining me in a bit. And they're like, show me some photos. So I'm like,
And they're like, they're gorgeous. And I'm like, I know. And then that's it. It's the easiest thing. It's like Manchester on steroids. And then obviously you get this weather. You get the beach. Best thing I've ever done. Worst thing I've ever done, wearing leggings. Thought I was going for just a walk, you know. Yeah. Highly recommend, girls. Like, literally just book your flight and then everything else is free. Go, Mav.
Everything else except rent, food, bills, and so on. But yeah, girls, absolutely. Pack your bags and move to Miami, because why not, right? Of course, what she's not telling you is that everything is not really free. Not even those drinks you're gonna get in a club, because you're not gonna be there at the table getting free drinks. You're gonna entertain those rich men that booked the table. But if you are doing a great job, one of them will keep you around and they'll maybe pay your rent. So there are quite a few chances your rent will be free, but I wouldn't hold my breath. There's way too many of you and not enough rich men willing to pay your rent.
This video is for the boys, so if you're not a boy, just keep scrolling.
So he kicks me, and I step back. Now from here, I can't kick him, but I can still...
Right then, this is gonna be it for today. As always, I do hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, I still appreciate you for making it this far. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe, and I will see you in the next one.